Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 6, Book 60, number 333. Narrated by Masruq. We came upon Abdullah bin Mas'ud and he said, O people! If somebody knows something, he can say it, but if he does not know it, he should say, Allah knows better, for it is a sign of having knowledge. To say about something which one does not know, Allah knows better. Allah said to his prophet, Say, O Muhammad, no wage do I ask of you for this Quran, nor am I one of the pretenders. A person who pretends things which do not exist. 38.86. Now I will tell you about ad-Dukhan, the smoke. Allah's apostle invited the Quraysh to embrace Islam, but they delayed their response. So he said, O Allah, help me against them by sending on them 7 years of famine similar to the 7 years of famine of Joseph. So the famine year overtook them and everything was destroyed, till they ate dead animals and skins. People started imagining to see smoke between them and the sky because of severe hunger. Allah said, Then watch you for the day that the sky will bring forth a kind of smoke plainly visible, covering the people. This is painful torment. 44.1011. So they invoked Allah, our Lord. Remove the punishment from us, really we are believers. How can there be an effectual reminder for them when an apostle, explaining things clearly, has already come to them? Then they had turned away from him and said, One taught by a human being, a madman. We shall indeed remove punishment for a while. But truly, you will revert to disbelief. 44.1215. Will the punishment be removed on the day of resurrection? Abdullah added, The punishment was removed from them for a while but they reverted to disbelief. So Allah destroyed them on the day of Badr. Allah said, The day we shall seize you with a mighty grasp. We will indeed, then, exact retribution. 44.16. Volume 6, Book 60, number 334. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Some pagans who committed murders in great number and committed illegal sexual intercourse excessively, came to Muhammad and said, O Muhammad! Whatever you say and invite people to, is good. But we wish if you could inform us whether we can make an expiation for our past evil deeds. So the divine verses came. Those who invoke not with Allah any other God, not kill such life as Allah has forbidden, except for just cause, nor commit illegal sexual intercourse. 25.68. And there was also revealed, Say, O my slaves who have transgressed against their souls, despair not of the mercy of Allah. 39.53. Volume 6, Book 60, number 335. Narrated by Abdullah. A Jewish rabbi came to Allah's apostle and he said, O Muhammad! We learn that Allah will put all the heavens on one finger, and the earths on one finger, and the trees on one finger, and the water and the dust on one finger, and all the other created beings on one finger. Then he will say, I am the king. Thereupon the prophet smiled so that his premolar teeth became visible. And that was the confirmation of the rabbi. Then Allah's apostle recited, No just estimate have they made of Allah such as due to him. 39.67. Volume 6, Book 60, number 336. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. I heard Allah's apostle saying, Allah will hold the whole earth, and roll all the heavens up in his right hand, and then he will say, I am the king. Where are the kings of the earth? Volume 6, Book 60, number 337. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, I will be the first to raise my head after the second blowing of the trumpet and will see Moses hanging the throne. And I will not know whether he had been in that state all the time or after the blowing of the trumpet. Volume 6, Book 60, number 338. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "Between the two blowing of the trumpet there will be 40. The people said, "O Abu Hurairah, 40 days." I refused to reply. They said, 40 years. I refused to reply and added, "Everything of the human body will decay except the coccyx bone of the tail, and from that bone Allah will reconstruct the whole body." Volume 6, Book 60, number 339. Narrated by Urwa bin Az Zubair. I asked Abdullah bin Amr bin al-As to inform me of the worst thing the pagans had done to Allah's apostle. He said, while Allah's apostle was praying in the courtyard of the Kaaba, Uqba bin Abi Mu'ayt came and seized Allah's apostle by the shoulder and twisted his garment round his neck and throttled him severely. Abu Bakr came and seized Uqba's shoulder and threw him away from Allah's apostle and said, "Would you kill a man because he says, 'My Lord is Allah,' and has come to you with clear signs from your Lord?" 40.28. Volume 6, Book 60, number 340. Narrated by Ibn Mas'ud. Regarding the verse, "And you have not been screening against yourself lest your ears, and your eyes and your skins should testify against you." 41.22. While two persons from Quraysh and their brother-in-law from Thaqif, or two persons from Thaqif and their brother-in-law from Quraysh, were in a house, they said to each other, "Do you think that Allah hears our talks?" Some said, "He hears a portion thereof." Others said, "If he can hear a portion of it, he can hear all of it." Then the following verse was revealed, "And you have not been screening against yourself lest your ears, and your eyes and your skins should testify against you." 41.22. Volume 6, Book 60, number 341. Narrated by Abdullah. There gathered near the house, i.e. the Kaaba, two Qurayshi persons and a person from Thaqif, or two persons from Thaqif and one from Quraysh, and all of them with very fat bellies but very little intelligence. One of them said, "Do you think that Allah hears what we say?" Another said, "He hears us when we talk in a loud voice, but he doesn't hear us when we talk in a low tone." The third said, "If he can hear when we talk in a loud tone, then he can also hear when we speak in a low tone." Then Allah, the Honorable, the Majestic revealed, "And you have not been screening against yourself lest your ears, and eyes and your skins should testify against you." 41.2223. Volume 6, Book 60, number 342. Narrated by Abdullah bin Mas'ud. As above, Hadith number 341. Volume 6, Book 60, number 343. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. That he was asked, regarding, "Except to be kind to me for my kinship with you." 42.23, said bin Zubair, who was present then, said, "It means here, to show what is due for the relatives of Muhammad." On that Ibn Abbas said, "You have hurried in giving the answer. There was no branch of the tribe of Quraysh, but the Prophet had relatives therein. The Prophet said, I do not want anything from you, except to be kind to me for my kinship with you." Volume 6, Book 60, number 344. Narrated by Ya'la. I heard the Prophet reciting when on the pulpit, "They will cry, O Malik, keeper of hell, let your Lord make an end of us." 43.77. Volume 6, Book 60, number 345. Narrated by Abdullah. 5 things have passed, i.e. the smoke, the defeat of the Romans, the splitting of the moon, al-Batsha, the defeat of the infidels in the Battle of Badr, and al-Lism, the punishment.